Many people think that religion deals in matters of the spirit, whereas politics deals in how you run your society. This idea is foreign to the Torah. The Torah deals very specifically, not just in spiritual matters between people and God, but matters between people. That's especially apparent this week in the Torah. We read Parshat Mishpatim, which is mostly about legal disputes. When two people or two groups may have a legitimate claim against the other, and how you settle it, you need an overarching principle to know how to settle a dispute. And while each party in a dispute may think that they're totally right, and the other thinks that they're totally right, judges should think differently. What links all of these laws? There are dozens of laws in this week's parsha. What links them all together? The great medieval commentator Ibn Ezra tells us, Vayikar, the essence of all these laws, Shelo ya'aseh adam chamas, that a person shouldn't act with violence. Yachriach mi shehu me'at mimenu be'echalut, that you shouldn't act with violence towards somebody who has less power than person one does. So person one shouldn't compel person two to do something simply because person two has less ability, less power. Of course, that will happen sometimes. Reasons of national or communal security, sometimes when a crime is committed. But day to day, in a sort of typical situation, this shouldn't be the case. This is a centrally important principle. People should be able to live their lives the way they choose without undue interference. They should feel protected, and government, as the founders of the United States might say, are instituted among men in order to protect those fundamental rights. This is something we should hold on to in our society, and it's equally true of Israeli society. Israel doesn't have a constitution limiting the powers of the government. It holds by basic laws, and those basic laws are now under assault. There's a proposal to create a situation where the majority could determine anything, that nothing would be beyond the realm of what a Knesset majority would do. It's a bad idea because almost by definition, it creates a situation where a majority will compel a minority to do something. Governments need principles to restrain them, or courts to restrain them. Otherwise, you end up with something that goes against what Ibn Ezra is saying the Torah wants us to do, which is to say, create a society where people aren't compelled to do things absent a crime. It's an issue. It's an issue in this country, but it's especially an issue in Israel right now. And those like us who have a deep love of the state of Israel have reason to be concerned. There are issues where there are legitimate debates. Whether or not we should create a tyranny of the majority isn't a good debate to have. People need protections. The Torah wants us to do it, and it's a core principle that all of us are supposed to hold. Shabbat Shalom.